civil service. You understand? Keyword service. You see the people, you see there's a lot of things that has been said about trying to encourage or to attract people to civil service. Civil service is something you're supposed to do out of the goodness of your heart. That is supposed to
No. You are the goodness of your heart,
Mom. Civil service is something you're supposed to do out of the goodness of your heart. You're supposed to do it because of what it is that you have an innate desire to serve. That is what it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be something you're coming out to you say, oh, you want compensation for the actions that you do. If that you want, you go in a private sector, is going to pay you so much more. So hold on a moment. Finish my statement, please. If you come into public service or civil service, you come in a civil service is not supposed to be a lifetime or a career, or a lifetime career. That's not what civil service is supposed to be. Civil servants is not supposed to be a lifetime career. If you want to come in here to get rich or be enriched, you're not supposed to come in here to come do it as a lifetime career. That's not what it's for. It's you come and serve and they allow somebody else to come serve. You can always say so, and you get, but you're not supposed to say so. And if you decide to give up your entire life to be a civil servant, we're not supposed to have to sorry for you and feel like we have to compensate for it. Because you are the one we choose to go to civil service. You understand me?
So you're telling me that police and soldiers and doctors are not supposed to be arguing over salary increases then?
I am not saying that they are not supposed to argue over salary increases.
First of all,
hold on.
Miss, so what are you talking about, Triple?
Miss, this is where you're creating another straw man argument. You're trying to twist the words.
No. You don't know the words that you are using, and then you're
can I say something again?
Civic duty is different from a civil servant.
All right. But you are going on the moon.
But yesterday, civic duty
in civil service. You are going on. Now ask you a question. Civil service. What is if anybody where seek employment whatsoever? When you go in a civil service, you know what the outline of the salary is in a civil service. You know a public record that you know what the salary is. The salary for civil service is not something that you can get rich off of. So if your desire to get rich, if your desire is to get rich, you cannot go into it. Makes no sense to go into civil service because civil service is not going to pay your salary to get rich from. You understand? You go in there if you want to serve and you want to earn a modest living. That is what civil service is. Civil service is not something you're going if you go get rich. You understand me? I say that is what civil service is. If me decides I have a tongue teacher, which teacher going to teach him to get rich? Which police going to police force to get rich?
So
which soldier going to arm if you get rich?
So I'm a civil servant, and
yes.
It's not a civil service, civil servant.
Yes,
and I go in, I get my salary, and I decide that I want to invest my salary. So maybe start a taxi business or buy stocks from the stock exchange, and the business bloom and me become wealthy. Something is wrong with that?
Nothing wrong with you. Starting your mom. Listen to me now.
But if you're still not
nothing is wrong.
Cut me off.
All right, go on, Tom.
That's about communication before, because what you're telling me and myself now, who is a civil servant, is that I am going to, or I should aspire to live a mediocrity life for the rest of my life because I am a civil servant.
No, miss, that is not what I'm saying. This is why listening is key, Listening and understanding is key. Some of us listen to rebut and we don't listen to understand. I said, hold on, miss. I said to you that nobody goes into civil service to be paid a salary in civil service to get rich. If you go into civil service and you take your salary and you do something, invest it in whatever it is, and get enriched from that, that is where you're going to find your riches. But you cannot look at, you are saying that I am saying that civil servants should be paid a livable wage. I am saying that civil servants are not, you can't go in a civil servant, this figure get paid from the service that you are giving to the country to get rich from it. You understand me I say?
Triple, do you know that there are persons and directors and boards that are getting $30 million a year in salary, and they are civil servants? And then I'm not about directors, I'm about some boards.
All right. We can answer
that.
You know,
are you aware
you
of
say you're
that?
sitting in front of a computer define the word, Google the word possibility, and then Google the word probability, and then you tell me the difference between both.
I don't need to Google the word. May I ask you a question? Do you know the salary scale of every civil servant, Triple? Because
what percentage of civil servants? What percentage of civil servants make that amount? Make a exorbitant amount of money? What percentage?
A lot of civil servants.
I not say a lot. Me say what percentage?
Me not have the percentage, but me tell you
the percentage is less than 5%. Miss. Hold on, less than 5%, probably less than 3%. Make an exorbitant amount of money.
No.
If you hold on, miss. Can you see me? Analogies me use. Can I try to get people to understand what I say? If you stand up at your yard and you look in front of you, when you come out of your gate, you see a pool of water.
Pool like your mama.
And the only way you can come out of your yard if you walk through the pool of water. If somebody tell you, say, if you walk through the pool of water, you have a 95% chance of dying, or you have 5% chance alone of walking through the water. You're still going to walk through the water?
Triple, I'm not answering the allergy, so I'm not going to answer your question.
Me say, if you come out of your yard and a pool of water in front of your yard, and you know, say, you have a 95% chance to be dead if you walk through the pool of water. If you come out, or you have only a 5% chance of surviving going through the pool of water. Are you going to go through the pool of water?
Yes, because I'm a risk taker.
Mom, a 95% chance say you're going to dead and you're going to try for dead?
Yeah.
You're going for dead?
I'm a risk taker. You don't know people have do adverse risk taking.
Mom,
you don't know people do that.
Here we go now. You see the way you talk right now, you're not talk rational and you're not talk logically. You understand? If you are going to look from me and tell me, if you are going to tell me, going into civil service, the aim of everybody who go into civil service is to be the head.
Did I say that the aim of is to be the head? Did I say that?
Mom, you are telling me that civil servants are making $30 million a year. I'm going to ask you what percentage of civil servants, of all the civil servants in the country are making that amount of money. And I am telling you that less than 1% of civil servants are making that amount of money. Less than 1%. Less than 1%. Less than 3%.
Less than 3%. Do you know that civil servants also, because you obviously don't know, them allowances alone, them can live off it and not touch the
Mom, we're not talking about live off. Mama, we're not talking about live. Living off of something is not well.
You can live off of your allowances alone and then take your 5 million or 6 million and invest it and turn it. What the problem?
It's hard to reason with people who sit and just force their mind in a fridge, you know?
No, Triple, but you force your mind in a fridge, you can't force my mind in your fridge.
Mom, I'm a fridge. Mom, I try to talk with my brain and I try to find a commonality with you. For just use normal, pervasive something there.
The argument, the meat of the matter is the Prime Minister not thief nothing. I don't need for just accept.
As me said, never same thief nothing. I never same thief nothing. Where a citizen of Jamaica.
Triple, where were all these people who are so concerned when PG, Portia by house in Miami, where was all this concern?
Them time me you take and I'm free food and I wine from girl. We never know about them them time.
The history of Jamaica still sit down in parliament.
Me can tell you ask where them people did that. Where them did that.
Sit down right now in a parliament. Where's the outcry to remove from parliament?
You ask when we did that, when PG had the female enrichment, we did their primary school and I'm newsTriple and Bunny and I run in a rain barefoot. When Portia did at the fair sitting, but they are university. At university, I waste my mother time, waste my mother money. I run up and down.
Yeah, but all right, them gone. Powell still sit down in the parliament right now. One of the richest, Powell richer than Andrew Holness, and name a car for standard from before me and your band.
But the truth of the matter is, we need to understand.
Where is the outcry from Powell?
This is the next argument we talk about what people normally use. Otherism. When you try to move the light off of what it is that we are looking for,
because
and you try to put it on somebody else.
No. If you have a call out one, you have to call out all. And
Mom, if you have one hammer, I can tell you something. Let me tell you something.
It's not okay.
All right. Analogy again. Analogy again.
Mad girl
If you
like
are
your
build a
mother, you know.
house, if you are build a
Fuck your
house,
mother.
you can nail one time. You don't have to nail one nail at a time. If you have one hammer.
No, we have technology right now. We can call out everybody, name them and shame them. We don't need to know one at a time.
Yeah, but you can name them and shame them, but that's
So
still not going to take the pressure for the one we are talking about now.
And why you no, I don't and everybody can question and argue about the Prime Minister as well. But the meat of the matter is I'm asking you, especially you people, can you have why aren't you accepting, can you say you read the report? What the report is for? It said no charge to be laid against the Prime Minister, and the IC said no criminal charges. There's no evidence of illicit enrichment. Why we cannot accept the report for what it is?
Me can answer a question? Me can answer a question? So because if there is no evidence, because if there's no evidence of, if you not see no evidence, if you go look at a situation and you not see no evidence, that means say not go on. It can't be that the evidence was inappropriate, or that specific person never see it.
I go to the court for murder and I'm tried and freed. So you have to tell me, say no, me free, I'm supposed to live a free life. You have to come and say, oh, the rule of law doesn't stand. She's a murderer. Rule of law doesn't stand.
No, you're innocent until proven guilty, no.
So he is innocent. He is proven innocent.
But
what the debate?
Hold on. But if the investigator, if the people of the country don't choose, I want if a time man go trial for one murder 3 times, and the 4th and the 3rd time when them go.
No, you can't try for one murder 3 times.
Of course you can, as long as you enter new evidence, as long as the prosecutor has found new evidence. Miss,
you can't try for one murder 3 times triple. What you can't say?
You can't get charged for murder. You can't get tried for the same murder 3 times. If the prosecutor, Miss,
what you really attack say? You're supposed to have more sense than that. You can't go put jeopardy. You cannot be. So you're saying you're going to try cartel against for lizard murder?
Miss,
try cartel against for lizard murder.
Miss, if there is new evidence, that come out against vice cartel against 50 lizard, Miss, can I talk? You just ask me a question and I answer
you talk foolishness.
But when you talk things when me believe say are foolishness, me allow you to talk them.
Talk, me listen to you.
Okay. If you try somebody for a murder and then get acquitted of the murder, but then new evidence come in and new technology find new DNA evidence that points the finger at you as the murder suspect, they can recharge you again.
No. I'm going to ask them to tell you.
They say no?
You cannot be tried for one murder to disagree. One time.
Let us agree.
No, it's not agree to disagree. You have to accept when you run. You cannot. There's nowhere in the world you can try for one murder one time.
Me have a laptop in front of me. Google.
I need to Google because I know that
Boom, stop saying no. Just type in. Has there been anybody who has been tried for the same? You know what? I will Google it because I have another phone. Thank you. Persons who have been tried for the same murder more than one time.
In Jamaica.
We're not talking about in Jamaica, we are talking about
overall. No. What are we talking?
Jamaica don't have the resources for that. Jamaica don't have the resources for that first. Jesus Christ have mercy.
Come on, Triple. What do you mean by Jamaica don't have the resources? We're talking about the law and the law. The law don't have nothing to do with resources. Once it is an act and it laid down, that is it. You ever hear about the case Pratt and Morgan? Do you ever hear about the case Pratt and Morgan?
Here we go now. While generally prohibiting retrial for the same crime, there are situations where a second trial might be allowed, such as if the first trial resulted in a mistrial, if new evidence is discovered, or if the original conviction is overturned or an appeal.
In Jamaica. Jamaica.
All in a Jamaica law, the same thing. These are the exceptions of the law.
No, there's no exception. Jamaica law no rule in America.
The only reason why Jamaica can retry some of them murder we get away because we don't have the resources to do these things.
No, Triple. You do not work in the court system, so don't say you use Yep.
Oh
and
my
that's what
God. Jamaica have resources, people. Jamaica have how much trial we backlog from how much years. After a man said some bust that case, their evidence
it is not because of resources.
And tampered with it.
It's not because of resources why
money that, bro.
it is not because of resources why cases are backlog. It's because of evidence and witness statement and all these things.
And why them not the evidence? Why them not the evidence and the witness statement?
Because when you witness a murder, you do not go to the court.
What you do?
And you do not go to the police station and testify. You don't be they can't even find
why the people
like me and you.
Why them don't testify?
People like me and
why
you.
Why do they not testify, miss?
Oh my God.
Why them don't testify?
People like me and you do not want to take up on jury duty. It takes us 6 months to find a suitable jury pool.
Why them don't want to do it?
Remember why them don't want to do it?
Why them don't want to do the jury duty?
You just don't want to be a juror. That me don't know. Me carrying somebody.
Them don't want to be a juror because you're not compensated properly for your jury duty.
It is your civic duty.
You understand? If it's a civic duty, you're not compensated properly.
Why should you be compensated properly when you're doing your
specific security forces do not protect you properly when you're on jury duty?
Why would I? People, why would I? Why would I? Or why should I be paid
just because the law them get paid that means the resources are there?
Remember, you just talk about civil servants and doing their civic duty, and they should be paid.
You can't force people to do them civic duty, miss.
No, okay, Triple.
You cannot force people, but if somebody chooses to do it, you should do it well.
So if a politician go in and say, me not do it without peer, what the problem? What is the uproar?
Then him don't do it, him left it and go about him business and make somebody else do it.
Triple, are you going to do it for free? Are you going to work
people out there will do it for free? Me not going to do it, but other persons are there, persons who are doing it before him for free.
In Jamaica, which politician in Jamaica never get paid? Name
listen to miss. Alright, nobody now get paid, but they are getting compensated. You understand me? So them can settle for that compensation. If that compensation is not enough, go on about your business. We don't need you for that because guess what? You have persons who go in at them test. I do them civic duty, as you say. They might do it because it's something they might do it for a reason that is bigger than themselves. You have enough teachers out there with them entire life, them live in a poverty, but them continue to teach because them teach because they love teaching and them want to educate.
Schoolyard look like car mat. Gone are the days when teacher walk foot. So thank God for Andrew to give teachers the highest increase since 1962 pandemic salary. Thank God for Andrew.
Lady, I want to thank you very much for joining us.
Because before I go, because I know you're going to run me, 2 months ago, I challenged you to make a 30-minute clip and highlighting some good that the government is doing. And I know you can't do it, Triple, because I know it's a PNP and you never ever highlight good what the people are doing. So, and I'm going to understand why we cannot come out and
Miss, may I ask you a question? You see me have any, me do live, and I have spoken in lives about good that Andrew Wellness has done. I have spoken in live. I don't save the lives on my page.
No, you can't go back in your TikTok and see them and cut them and put them on your page.
What may I do that for? That me not get paid for that.
That for sure you're not interested in highlighting the good that the government is doing for the country.
You notice on my page of entertainment, right? You notice the majority all the time I come talk about serious matters upon live, right?
You are interested in highlighting the bad, but things that your fellow countrymen like the tax credit that is being given away.
Which body me over your highlight, miss?
People like you highlighting, allowing somebody to come on your platform and say the Prime Minister a thief with no evidence.
Listen, allow you to come here come defend the Prime Minister too. No balance debate you have.
I have all my evidence. If you want
no, miss, we're not having a balanced debate. When the gentleman said something that he didn't have, hold on, stop talk for a second.
Debate is based on facts,
Stop talk for a second. When the gentleman made a claim and he didn't have any evidence to support it, didn't I interject and tell the man that he cannot make a claim and don't have any evidence towards it?
When I was here, not before, because when
no. When
me never appear, you allow him to run with the rhetoric.
For the people that will follow me. Will not hear me beat PNP on this regular?
Me never see it yet.
That are you. Me I talk about the people that will follow me. Will not hear me beat PNP on this regular? Me beat PNP. Me beat teacher, me beat nurse, me beat soldier, me beat everybody, me beat entertainer, me beat selector, me beat everybody, me beat police. On a regular. You understand me I say? When me for sets are encouragement, big up police, me big up teacher, me big up nurse, me big up politician and them do good, me big up everybody when them do good.
So
when them do bad,
beat
them. You understand me, I say?
We beat Andrew, so we beat PNP, say.
Huh?
We beat PNP, so we beat them both.
Maybe the opposition and them do them foolishness when the opposition talk about things and oppose. Where Andrew Wallace do what they when me say a good thing I did beat them. You understand? Zane, it does so happen because of all the things said to them. Let me tell you all the thing I said. You see your social media stay. You see anything where you're not interested in it not come up on your For You page, especially TikTok. You see because certain keywords are being said over here, like government and politician and Andrew Wallace and JLP. That is why me come up in so much labor right For You page. So that's why so much labor right over here with the Andrew Wallace face. Because we are saying only for PMP. That's why so much PMP over here. That is how social media algorithms work. You see, anything that you watch a lot, anything that you pay attention to a lot, that is what is fed to you. You understand? See? I just saw the things, I saw the algorithm work. You understand me, I say? So if me not, what you're saying that once me attack because you are a debate lord, because you over the debate pages. So once it has anything negative connotation to information that you would normally partake in, that is what is fed to you. If me not talk about something that you're normally partaking in, it's not going to be fed to you. I saw the algorithm work. You understand me, I say? So if you do not see what I am doing positive towards your party is because you don't focus on the positive that other persons say about your party. You only focus on the negative because you want to attack them. Because you don't listen. You don't listen to conversate. You listen for war. You listen for cuss and to be a victim.
Yeah, to put it. Me listen for cuss and me listen for all. Because
me I try reason normal and you know reason. You just attack.
Sir, I'm not defending your point. It's not attacking. And if I'm speaking and you're cutting me out, that is not a balanced communication. That is not balanced communication, Triple. And
people, how much time, you know, every time you tell me, say me I cut you, me stop talk, sometimes I'll move from all in front of the camera.
Triple, I am saying, if the IC report, and a lot of people we attack, they not even know, so when the IC send a report to the parliament, that is a completed report, finito, it's done. The prosecutor already rules say no criminal charges. The IC, Mr. Kevin Stevens, him say, there is no evidence of illicit enrichment. So why you have to put your platform and say, oh, maybe an insider trading, oh, maybe this, but we cannot accept it for what it is at face value.
Miss, I'm going to tell you the truth. Personally, I don't trust the report. Me personally, I don't trust it.
Why not trust the report?
I don't trust the report because first of all, we are in our country on one-sided government.
We're in a one-sided, we're not in a democratic country.
Because we don't have an effective opposition.
So Triple, we're not in a democratic country. That's what you're telling the people on the internet.
I am saying that the government right now is functioning not as a democracy. Yes, we have elected these persons, but it's not a democratic republic.
Tell me in what way is the country not running as a democracy?
Because it's one party of the majority of the power, and the other party is a teathless dog. The other party is a teathless dog.
What teathless dog?
The other party is a teathless dog. The other party cannot oppose anything that the leading party is doing right now.
A teathless dog that has the ability to stall the constitutional reform.
Stall it out.
Teathless dog.
Stall it in a
held up, it cannot go any further because they're at a lack between each other and what to be in the constitution.
I am a dunce. Explain to me as a dunce, what is it that the PNP has started?
Triple, the constitutional reform in us becoming an independent nation away from the monarchy is at a standstill right now because the government and the PNP, the opposition, cannot come to amicable solutions and what to be in that reform. So if the country was not running in a democratic process, the government would do what they feel like I'm gone with the constitution already.
Me can answer your question, miss. If you live in a house where you can sleep in your own bed, but you can't use the stove, and you can't use the fridge, and you can't use the bathroom, and you can't use the sink, and you can't use the driveway, do you have an equal say in the house?
Tell me what the PNP cannot use. Tell me what law, what rule can the PNP
How much vote the PNP have?
The PNP has vote in the Senate and they have vote in the lower house.
How much vote them have? How much vote them have? Who have the majority?
We have the majority.
Who is we?
The Jamaica Labour Party have the majority.
The Jamaica Labour Party have the majority. Which if a law is put forward, how does the law get passed?
It's a two-thirds majority. Depends on the law. It depends on the law. It maybe doesn't go to upper
house. So it depends on the law. So there are laws that are put in place that PNP cannot stop any at all, correct?
Yes. And name one that has been passed.
In that retrospect, in some retrospect, PNP might have power, but isn't the power of the PNP extremely limited?
So, Triple, my question.
No, but that's an ask questions. Yes, when you ask me question, me answer. When you ask me question, Miss, when me ask me question, me answer, Miss.
Their power is not.
Miss, me answer, Miss, when me ask you question.
I'm trying to answer, sir. Their power is not extremely limited. It is not.
It is not. So if the PNP, if some laws, the Jamaica Labour Party cannot be objected or cannot be stopped or cannot be interrupted by the PNP, don't you believe, or wouldn't you see that in these cases that them cannot be interrupted, the PNP could be divided could be defined as a teathless dog and opposition to the JLP when they are trying to do these things.
The electorate of Jamaica, we have a functioning, one of the best electoral systems in the Western Hemisphere. The people decided that they
why it is the best functioning? You know what is why is the best functioning? Because of the majority of things that are put forward are passed. That is why it is the best functioning. You understand me I say?
Triple.
Yes,
I'm not talking about government. I'm talking about our electoral process. Right?
The people,
so our electoral process, we show the citizens of Jamaica chose to elect those city members of parliament and decided that 49-14 was best. So what you're saying to me now, that my vote and the other persons who voted, their vote should be disregarded because we have 49-14.
I am not saying that their vote should be disregarded, Miss. Miss, I am not saying that. I know me not say. I know you're not hearing me. This is a straw man argument again, you know. This is a straw man argument because I have not made the claim that they are wrong to have the most vote, you know. Or they should have the most vote. I am just simply stating and pointing out the obvious that they do have the most vote.
But, and then Triple, there is no case right now where one scenario can you point out to me where the JLP passed some exorbitant law that did not benefit the people that the PNP was too late. Name me one. Triple, name me one, no Triple.
Me can say something to you. Me can say something to you. Saying that's alright. Me can't eat chocolate and it have benefits for me. Chocolate, it lower your heart rate. It help with cytoplasmic development, dark chocolate and all that something. But if me engage myself in it can cause hypertension, it can cause obesity, diabetes, and it can cause make arteries to become clogged, become indulge in it. Every single thing on this earth that is here on this earth, you can argue that it has good towards it. You understand? Yeah, it has good properties. Every single thing in this earth, I can argue that it has good properties. But at the end of the day, every single thing on this earth can be argued that it has negative properties and negative proponents to it too as well. Zine? So I am not here to say that the JLP has never done anything good or has not done anything good for this country. But we have to understand that what I'm saying is that the only way for a democracy to work the right way that a democracy works, there has to be an effective opposition to all the ruling power at bay. You understand? Or hold them to them foot to the flame. Because if the ruling power has no objection or has no sufficient or adequate objection, they are free to do whatever it is that they want. And with that freedom to do whatever it is that they want, they can do it, and they can also change the narrative or switch the rationale to make it seem that whatever it is that they are doing is in the best interest of the people.
People, what you're saying doesn't make any sense.
All right, I am sorry.
Let me say the last thing I leave because Mr. Say I will be long time. A functioning democracy rules through the power of voting. And the electorate decided that 49-14 was what they want. So even if a man in them get up and decide, say, a 62-1, who can argue against it? Nobody. But you see what the problem? People when they on social media have the most talk, sit down and chastise, but they do not use Roland Triple. They do not use their power. And the power is dipping their finger in the ink. So when you allow other persons to decide your fate, you coming on the internet to talk about it doesn't make any sense. Because matter tell people them right now never vote, and they're going to say, oh, I'm not going to vote. But when other people who exercise their franchise to vote and make it known, say, a 49-14, wanna come and complain, that is not how the electoral process goes. So irrespective of if a 49-14 and in your eyes, JLP have more teeth, it's what it is, and you have to live with it, and there's nothing can be done about it.
Something can be done about it, Ramis.
What is going to be done about it?
You know, in our constitution, we have the freedom to express yourself, correct?
Yeah, you express yourself, but you don't express yourself to what end when election comes.
No. Miss. I have the constitutional right, and everybody on social media have the constitutional right. Hold on. Yes, you know that this is the only country. This is the only democratic country that you cannot make political satire against the government. This is the only democratic country, like true democratic country, that they cannot make political satire.
Triple, you see, you're on the internet right now. You had a young man on your platform when you have Chevron when the government are thief. What are you talking about? You make headlines about the government every day.
Miss.
Influencers make talk about the government every day. What you talk about, Triple?
When all right, you can do it, but you have. What are the reproach? What are the? You're going to do it. You're going to do it with reproach. In every other democratic republic in the free world, you can make political satire without any form, without any ways or any reproach of being penalized or criminalized for it. So,
Triple, you can threaten the prime minister of any country and it goes by without no your internet and God America got threatening Biden and Trump. Can you do that in America?
A threat. Listen up, a threat. We are not talking about threats. Because the problem is this. The word threat, it is used very loosely in our constitution. The word threat is used if somebody calls out or makes a mockery of the prime minister's physical attributes, or their perception, or their perceptions of his physical attributes, that person is approached. That person is harassed. That person's civil rights are encroached upon.
No, Triple. Yeah, that's a talk for fun.
Oh, that's a talk thing, so okay.
Tell me when citizens come out and call Andrew Wallace big nose and then get locked up and thrown in a jail and serve prison sentence.
When somebody used that, when somebody used an adjective, hold on. When somebody used an adjective to describe Andrew Wallace while using a verb for him to do, stating a verb for him to do something carnal to his maternal figure. Was that not approached by the government?
You know why he never approached by the government.
By the police officers, why he was approached by the police officers, or why he was detained?
Let's get this clear. There's a minister of security, there's a commissioner of police, there are other deputy commissioners of police, there are superintendents of police. That young man, video evidence with himself, tape himself, video record himself, committing a crime.
What crime was he committing?
He was breaching curfew. Isn't that a crime?
So he was breaching. When he was breaching, hold on. He was breaching curfew. What evidence? Hold on. What evidence was there? It was there a timestamp as on the video as when he was outside.
The young man said out of his own mouth.
So he can say, all right, me can say out of my own mouth, say, I am standing in Zhuangzhou, China right now. Is that?
So why was he adding under his bed if he wasn't breaking the law?
Why was he under his bed? Because here people are kick off him door. What the hell you mean? If you know the police are comfy, you're not run under your bed.
Public figure, you must do better. You're on the internet telling people that in Jamaica today, nobody can come on social media.
I didn't say nobody. I didn't say nobody can come on. I am simply saying that this is the only country that the only democratic.
And you have no evidence. You are just speaking off a rhetoric. Because you cannot show me one person who has been jailed and thrown in prison for talking against the Prime Minister.
Never relinquish that one.
Baby.
Never relinquish that one to you. Zane, never relinquish that one to you. Zane, you have you argue from your political standpoint. I understand that. You understand? I am not going to try to say anything to. I am not going to try to say anything to belittle you or to undermine you doing your civic duty of supporting the party that you want to support. I am not going to do that because I'm not going to undermine it or say nothing wrong with what it is that you are doing. You have all right to support who you want to support, and you have all right to justify who it is that you want to justify. And the same way like how you have all right to support and justify and to pick up for whoever you want to do, the other members of the country, of Jamaica, have the right to critique, to criticize, and to ask for the Prime Minister to disclose or to explain where him get this thing from. And them have all right to agree or to disagree with whatever the independent commission come out with. Them have all right to do that. You understand? Because this is our constitutional right. You understand me I say? And this is the problem. Me, you notice, I have been respectful because you know enough people over here are cuss me because the people who are affiliated to the Jamaica Labour Party in the comment section, and I see all the comments against me, and I see all the comments against you, and I will not cuss the people them. I will not say anything because them have the right. If they want to call me thief, nutty boy, big fat, sour triple, them have all the right to
send them up out of them, woman like Chloe. I put you on wash. Am I like that?
You have the right to do that. You understand what I'm saying? But I personally choose not to go there so because that's not productive any at all. You understand? For the name calling and disrespect is not productive any at all. Because the truth of the matter is this. We're all are we in the same country. Whether PNP are on it or JLP are on it, all are we still living in the same country. And whatever government is in power, whatever laws or whatever actions them take, it is going to affect all of us, whether or not we like it or not. So the truth of the matter is, if what they do is affecting all of us, we all have the right to question what it is that they are doing and the choices that they are making to ensure that we can do our best to see what is to see if we can ensure that we live in a somewhere that we're not only good for we, but for people when we are coming in the future. You understand me I say?
People, I understand all of it, and as I said before, you can question, you can ask questions, but you still cannot answer me. Where in the world can people threaten the leader of a country? Slander? No, but that is what they are doing, and that is what the Prime Minister talks about, and all of a sudden...
Slander, you can slander it, you can slander it.
So we talk about constitution a while ago, and people right. So if you decide to have a slander my name, and me decide to carry you to court, what is the problem? Is it my constitutional right to make you can put your money where your mouth is?
So I'm going to say this now. You think it is right for us to have a Prime Minister that is so bothered after we have so much things we need to fix our country, so bothered by petty slander?
No, it's not petty slander. When you accuse the man and his wife of murder, that is not petty slander. What petty slander is accusing somebody of murder? When you are accusing the leader of a country of stealing taxpayers' money, that is not petty slander.
We can answer your question. We can answer your question. We can move over to another country with a much larger country now. When them did accuse Bill Clinton.
I don't know about Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton. Hold on, you don't have to know about it. Just answer based on how me I said it. Them accuse Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, Barack Obama of being human traffickers and child sex traffickers and all them something there. And drinking people's blood and doing human sacrifices and all them something there. The people them when that spread all of them conspiracy theory there. All of them people that were criminalized and penalized and legal actions were taken against them for that.
Triple, do you know that in America right now they censor the internet, especially on YouTube, so much so that political misinformation cannot go out to the people? And if you put up a video on YouTube and it have misinformation and slander in their YouTube, strike it and take it down.
They're not strike it. Listen, miss, my dummy that you talk about. No, they say my dummy. So first when the political bills them, but it's when it comes to social media, we know exactly where it go. All them, you see, if you tell them, you see how it go, it will be labeled as misinformation. It not take them. The only way you take, hold on, miss. Me telling you, miss, me telling you, man. Me telling you, man, what go on, man. Because this is what me know for a fact now, man. This is what me know for a fact. See? Them not take down your sitting for misinformation. It is labeled as misinformation. You see, if you threaten somebody, life to bodily harm or sexual harm and them something there, then that is when it is removed and you receive a strike by your name. And then after a certain amount of strikes, you can lose your platform or lose access to your platform. You understand me I say? But misinformation is labeled, and it's not all of them is labeled as misinformation, because there is so much misinformation that is circulating right now on the internet from Jamaica side, USA side, China side. There are actually foreign powers who are actually pumping misinformation within the country. There is actually a scandal that is going on right now where the Russian government actually were paying Republican influencers to spread misinformation. You understand me I say? And none of those were stricken. You understand me I say? So even at Great Britain,
compare apples to oranges.
I not compare those stated something and me I tell you the same. You know what? Apples to orange.
No, but talking about the UK, did you know that a gentleman who incited a riot in the UK just the other day get prison sentence and over 100 and odd people was locked up? Did you know that? Because what? Because of what? That is inciting a riot. So when people on the internet incite violence on the premise so much so that they can call in Bantry time yard, nothing is wrong with that. That is inciting violence. Who incited violence against Andrew? Name one political person, one political figure that incited violence against Andrew. When Margolin came on the political platform and said, get wicked on the labor rights, and he never start use the junglist. What did Margolin mean? He must start what? He never go back to using the junglist. What did Margolin mean? So when a man say he might get wicked, all right. First of all, hold on. I think it was the other day a gentleman from over by one of those politically aligned radio stations, Zane, came on the social media, Zane, and he basically was in defense of the Jamaica Labour Party, where he explained very eloquently some of the colloquialisms of Jamaica, like "come down now." And what could go so when he so eloquently, you understand? No. Hold on. When he said so, and he explained some of these colloquialisms, the modern day colloquialisms, and what they mean, and that they were not pledges of violence or anything. When he did that, and it was applauded by the persons who are affiliated with the Jamaica Labour Party. But when a man say he might go get wicked, you understand? As in when a man say I get wicked now. We understand the colloquialisms of wicked. When Derek said you have to go down today, we know what that means. And he says That
when,
said nothing with it.
when me said something about me go past, when me said something go past stage, I'm say, yo, I get wicked, you know. Does that mean I'm going to kill the person that I'm going to physically cause harm to the person that I'm going to compete against?
And there's context to the argument. He went on a political stage and he said the labor rights are not going to give it up so easy. We have to go get wicked on the labor rights. With the political atmosphere and that we are coming from the 70s and the 90s.
But understand that it is not the right speech, but you cannot use that speech as a counter action. So violence, you can't answer that, Mama. You can't answer that, Mama. That is very disingenuous of you.
PNP vloggers on TikTok today and every other day inciting violence on the dirty, wicked Prime Minister. And
all right, you have vloggers. Sorry, it's a vlogger. It's a vlogger and elected political officials. Don't you believe? I am sure that I can see. I am sure that I can find JLP aligned vloggers who have stated that Mark Bolin for dead.
Well, find them and make me see it. Me never see it.
You've never seen it before?
No, me never see it. And let me say this. So what you are telling me is that if it's not a political representative that in a parliament or in the Senate, it is okay. So when you basically say it is okay for some people to break the rule and some people not to break the rule, and that you basically say. That you basically say?
What you say? Come again. Speak again. Sorry, I'm never going to part.
You said the people who said it, whatever, they are not political representatives. So they can go out there, defame people character, threaten people because they are not political representatives.
Anybody who threaten violence against anybody should experience the full extent of the law.
I'm tell you something.
Suck mother is not an act of violence.
Me I tell in the fear, me I tell she. Because every day she over here in the comments. Me no fuck girl, get that clear. As me say, you cannot be one side and you want pick and choose. In at the same time when
I pick and choose, miss, me just tell you straight, say anybody who purports violence against anybody should be charged to the full extent of the law.
And that is what the Prime Minister said. Saying. And to this day, you cannot show me triple or anybody with the panel around of them out can show me one person who have been convicted, tried and thrown in a jail cell because them tell Andrew to go suck his mother and then tell him say
I don't know our fault that.
But remember I know triple and you want to say we cannot speak against the Prime Minister and you can't find the evidence when nobody get locked up and
we can share something. If me as a person, as an active person on social media, and me say some things that might be in opposition to what the JCF feel, and me say some things that might be seen as me being offensive to the JCF. I have not broken any laws that them can prosecute me by. But if members of the JCF were supposed to see me, this is a hypothetical now, were supposed to see me on the road and stop me and inconvenience me and to search me or to detain me based on use the laws to justify them detaining me or them doing things to me or to provoke me, isn't that still harassment or isn't that still them using the law or using their powers to encroach on my freedom?
And tell me one
because of something that I have said.
Tell me one instance where the Prime Minister did that. And that time me ask, you cannot give any evidence of anybody who thought ill of the Prime Minister getting locked up, being not given a free trial and charged.
Miss. You have to understand how the country work. You have police. We are JLP. I have police. We are PNP.
We are talking about no hypothetical. We are talking about where because you cannot come on the internet trip as a big influencer. I tell people and basically I tell the world.
Miss, mind what you say about me because make sure say what you're accusing me of is what I did.
You are telling Jamaica and the world that you cannot speak ill of the Prime Minister without consequences. And look what people every day cost the Prime Minister and you can't show me one where you
am not saying that you cannot. I never say you cannot. I never say that you cannot. I am saying that persons who are, there are persons who have spoken ill of the prime ministers and have seen, not ill, but made critiques about the prime minister or did satire about the prime minister who have faced consequences. These consequences might not be from the prime minister himself, but these consequences have been faced and repercussions for a state, you know what I'm saying?
Tell me give me one evidence, Triple, where you know if you have fact say the person get locked up because.
Hear what is going on right now. You are one. You want me to say something to point out specific
instances
where something has happened.
No, but you can't. First of all, I'm make you look bad. You have to bring evidence, and you cannot bring the evidence. You're not supposed to talk about it. As an influencer.
Excuse me?
You
You know that there are different types of evidence, right? Or different type of data. We can get qualitative data and quantitative data.
Yeah, your qualitative and your quantitative and your triple me know all that way I go say.
Yeah, but a qualitative things me attack right now. I have to speak as specific. I have to get quantitative with what it is when I talk about a specific incident.
What is a specific incident? But, all right, you can't speak about specific because there's so much. That means you must can point out one.
But I don't need to point out one.
Because there is none to point out, Triple. Uno does a run, let me say my last piece on this because in this not going away. Triple, uno need to accept the fact and the meat of the matter is Andrew Holness is a dirty ghetto boy from a Spanish town. First of all, he not to live on top of the hill. Him not have multiple bank accounts. Him not fair trade from Jamaica Stock Exchange. And him not supposed to be so good that a bank can give him credit to get a loan. And that is simple, just it. That's what it is. Fluffy diva mad like your mother will birth you. Will birth a low life drunker like you, bitch. That it is it. And when the company when people lash out and go, oh, she's a teacher and she's yes, me a teacher, me a police, and me a Indian chief. Me well educated and thanks to my prime minister who inspired me so me can go for masters and doctorate. Ghetto girl will come out of the ghetto out of Spanish town can have multiple bank accounts. Her name can be so good that banks want to give me money to invest. Andrew Holness make poor people not to make a mobile stock exchange.
I can tell you something, Mom.
Let's talk about it.
I can tell you something, Mom. You see, me personally, me used to have some of the issues. You see, the issues them where you're exposed right now, me used to have some of them too. Nothing wrong with you. Like, I'm proud of you that you have achieved everything that you have achieved through your entire lifetime. And I'm proud that you have to take inspiration from our Prime Minister to rise above your circumstances. There's nothing wrong with that. And I must applaud that. You understand me? Applaud every ghetto youth, every person, whether from upper class or lower class or middle class, that excel and make the best of them situation. I must commend that. But you see, with all of the enrichment that you get, me I go ask you, please, seek some anger management. You understand me? I say, seek some anger management.
And that is what only
can't be so easily triggered more.
No, it's not about easily triggered. No.
Hold on. You know,
me is not the prime minister. I'm going to tell you about them parts.
Miss, give me a second now, please. Can me allow you to talk and spill all your anger a while ago. I'm just trying to show you something.
No anger.
You see, the way you have a passive-aggressive way of talking and then you explode. You try to be as passive-aggressive and then you explode. Me used to suffer from that too, you know. I tell you the best, but I know how much thousand I spend still. The best money I ever spend in my life when I got therapy. I'm going to get anger management. I tell you the truth, the best thing that you could do for yourself. So my money where Prime Minister help you get an increase and enrich you with, you invest it in yourself.
And that is it now, Triple. Don't do that. The Prime Minister now help me get nothing.
But you just said the Prime Minister help you.
No. When you say that, it makes it seem, oh, she one of them with the Andrew payroll. Oh,
me never said that, miss.
Triple.
You never said that, miss.
Triple, do not do that. I get up every day. I've been a civil servant from the 1920s and I work for everything that I have. So don't come say, Andrew, don't let me get nothing. Unlike
miss, all right.
I work for everything that I have.
Let me apologize. My most humble apologies if what I said was made to misconstrue the fact that me is supposed to, I feel like I was suggesting that you're on a political payroll. My most humble apologies on that. I was just using the same analogies that you said, that your Prime Minister allowed you to inspire you to go out and work and earn and educate yourself. You understand me? I say? And that is what I was saying. So I am saying, hold on. We have to understand, say, the true wealth is health. And health also has to do with mental health. And the fact that you are lashing out like this means that you have some inconsistencies in your mental health. Because you are shouting and cursing and getting angry at people who have no voice here. So the comments that they are writing have nothing to do with you.
Are you a trained therapist?
No, I am not a trained therapist.
So you cannot
because I'm here, my therapist tell me. So I just try to disclose some information.
That you cannot tell me that I have no anger issues, and that is
no, because this is some of the traits so me have in you.
Well,
you understand me? I say some of the traits that me suppress me see them in you.
I am passionate about what I speak about. I have a very high tone of voice, and that is it. And nobody can come on the internet and bully me in the name of, oh, don't be so passive.
I'm not bullying them. They must talk. They must say social media and people can talk and you can't fix it.
In the comments that talk about me, never send it up under your mother. Me not reach level Prime Minister where I go to sit down and take it. That is it. So
I'm not saying you take it, mom, but you're bigger than them, man. You can just be the bigger person. Not only be the bigger person.
The people them in your comments to be the bigger person. Me not go big in about it.
Me and you are talking and me and them are talking.
Okay.
All right, here, persons in the comment, I'm going to ask you guys, please. I'll be genuine right now. Please try not to come here and say anything disrespectful or disparaging about anybody. If you want to say anything disrespectful, please to project all of your hate and disrespect towards me. Okay? My platform. So if you come over here to cuss nobody, come over here to come cuss me. Alright? You can't come cuss the people in the box because them something there that's going to show off the conversation and make it unproductive. And that's not what we're doing. We're here to have productive conversation.
A lot of these people in the comments, they are self-hating because when they look at Andrew Holness, they see a poor black boy. And they were told all their life that they cannot achieve and they can't trade for stock exchange and the bank never give them a big loan because they come from the ghetto. And when them see Andrew Holness doing it with integrity, doing it fairly, paying his dues, diligence to society, it have a question and it have to be something illegal. Or when there is no evidence that he's doing anything illegal. What evidence them have? None. In fact, when I open the box and make them talk about evidential facts of this man dabbling in taxpayers' money, them cannot prove it. Cannot.
Never add somebody else to the discussion.
Add them.
No longer for the need I'm dumping them hungry kill me. I'm not even bust my floor for a win. And now to blows and belly. So brother come like him now, come up. Disconnect this one. No. People like them send them requests from how long now, them gone. Alright. Denise, I'm gonna add Denise and see if she come up. People them now come up. Hey, when I send requests anytime I send them now come up. How are you going?
Yeah.
Which part Demas?
It's serious. When you hear the voice of the Demas, you know it's really, really serious.
Demas,
JLP, big up my doves. But they are well a vibe and I listen to you and the Empress. I back it out with all the political reasoning and all type of reasoning. Still, you know. But you see, I just say to the Empress first before I say nothing too certain way. I just say, Empress, bless up yourself. Much love and respect and honor. Triple honor, rebel and respect and blessing. Same way, bless up yourself. But to the Empress now, may I say something to you, Empress. You see in life, Empress, never you make yourself stoop too low because of other individual in life. There's times and place with certain things and certain words and certain saying. You see in life, Empress, you see, you have to always remember you got a mother. And you should respect your mother and love your mother with all respect and honor life. Never you goes out and tell other people about them mother, them way upon somebody else's platform. Remember, it's not you and this virgin alone on the platform listening, and you have respectable people on the platform, respect people, love people, and honor people. See, if everyone should comes up and say the words them that you say, how it will look. And if somebody did tell you that first, how it would look. So, I just outline this to the High Empress. If they are them a reason about a political thing and the Prime Minister and whatever, just knowing yourself, say, boy, whatever I want to say outside, them put it on your mind. Now, to the real level of life, I want to ask you a question now. You have all evidence of the Prime Minister not get mixed up in a political criminal activity. You have you have any evidence to show that he's not mixed up in no form of political criminal activity. And another thing, how you gonna determine how one should speak against the Prime Minister? The Prime Minister is another man just like me and you. And you have to understand the criticism coming in good and bad ways to even every president, every Prime Minister in the world. And he did something by sending police go to that youth yard, pick him out from under in bed, bring him on social media, go apologize to him. How many people the Prime Minister goes out and apologize to where they done wrong in life? Remember, we are all human. Talk for truth and rights and don't talk because it's a labor right and thinking of one-sided. One side of people don't run Jamaica. It's labor right and PNP is there. So remember, everybody couldn't be labor right and everybody couldn't be PNP. Just justify yourself, look into yourself and look into me and say, I'm not disrespecting in no way, but that's humbly ask you a few questions. Much blessing, enough honor. Chiplex, I'm here, brother.
Pick up yourself, Demos.
Demos, my question to you, do you have any evidence that the Prime Minister sent the SSP to arrest that young man?
I didn't ask you to ask me a question first. I gave you ask you some question and I would like if you could answer them and then I will answer anything you ask me, Empress, with all respect and honor and love.
So the question you asked me if I have evidence of him not anything himself. Yes, I have evidence.
Demos, hold on, Demos, when you don't talk, press mute. Press mute. When you don't talk, you have to press mute, my father.
I have all evidence. The IC report is there. The international...
Do this, something over your phone, if you change to a headphone or something.
Sorry, you hear me better now?
Talk again.
You hear me better now?
Yeah, mama.
Okay. So, as I'm saying, Demos, the IC report, the 170 odd pages, that is all the evidence I need. In addition to the international forensic audit that was done over a 2-year period that shows no evidence of illicit enrichment. That is all the evidence I have. Does that answer your question?
All right, that is all the evidence that you got. And that evidence can make you stand up in any public or one say, well, he's not involved in no form of criminal activity towards the taxpayers' money and nothing to do with all this money that him have and own in a certain short period of time. Empress, you see me not biased. I'm not one-sided. I try to be a man of righteousness within life. I can't hide from people. Me personally. You ask about some laws and them things where the Prime Minister make. He makes some laws where I never like in Jamaica. And I can tell you one specific right now. When he comes out and make the law say every taxi man should have car seat for the kids them in the car more than one or whatever. That was a wrong law. That cannot work in the systematical system of life. And now I'm going to say a man if you have a car seat, but a public taxi if you have 2 and 3 seats for kids, how it look. You as the baby mother, you as the mother, go in a car, you're supposed to embrace and hold your kids in your lap and take time and make sure say you secure your youth. In terms of it, if it is so, you should put car seat in all the public buses so that the kids them when they get in it, they can have a car seat to use. Also, make it be a real thing. And I did speak about it. I personally speak out against it. And I call Andrew Holness name. I say, Andrew Holness, me Demus. I tell you this. And me I tell you, say, if you turn back the law there. And he did do it. That means he get my message. And I thank him for that. And there's a lot more where I didn't want to speak up against right now, about right now. But me just want you, Empress, to look into yourself and see how you're dealing with my virgin upon him live. And I talk to him the hardest way, and the man say something to you and you make it look like the man wrong. He don't wrong. If you need to go check up yourself, go and check it up, my baby.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Hold on. Demus. What she said, she not saying
Yeah, my general.
she has not been disrespectful towards me. Our debate or conversation has been respectful right through. I am showing her respect and she has shown me respect right through. The problem was that allowing persons in the live to throw her off in the comment section, to throw her off. I understand that persons will have things like that, but we now have problem. But what I'm saying is that this is like what you have said, or what you would say a while ago. Is saying about what you state to the Prime Minister and how it is that you stated it. You understand that what the truth of the matter is. Goody is somebody who I consider to be very intelligent. Now, not to find people in my talk about social idea and sense. But the woman is an intelligent woman. Same like how Demus. Me understand, say, Demus, mute your side if you not believe it. That's nice.
Yeah, let me mute it. Just a minute. Sorry about that, my brother.
Zane, yeah, me understand. Demus is somebody who is also of above average intelligence as well and understanding. He might not be book smart like Goody, but him still have an above average level of comprehension and understanding. So me have to appreciate persons expressing themselves in the way that they want to choose to express themselves. My platform is not an echo chamber. It's not something where me just come here come talk my feeling. I come here come learn. Because enough time I come up on some topic and when I start talk, I say some things that I might have misconstrued and person come here come correct me all the time because this is that's the only way we can learn. If we don't be able to open our mind and be understanding and listen to persons who are in opposition of us, we will never ever learn anything. We have to listen to other person's opinion because a lot of times when we have things that just miscommunication and misunderstanding. You understand me I say? So me know why you makes you feel like say, our settings make the audience feel like say, me have a problem with her expressing herself. You understand me I say? Cool.
Alright, so
my brother, my general, Empress, 1 minute, 1 second, Empress. My brother, I'm very if I really did it and it looked like other way that I don't want the people them to think that way. Please and thanks. Cause this Empress, I can see she highly intelligent. Seeing and I like the convo where two of you people are whole and a reason, and that's why I'm really say me a join in because I just want to say a few, but I'm not gonna say no aggressiveness things for disrespect no one or put down no one, you know. We are big intelligent people, so we're supposed to can reason intelligently. And they even watch the comment of certain people. Because Empress, sometimes these people comment make you just throw off. Because you're human and you have feelings. So you will go, you must say certain things still. But, you know, if you can overthrow it and just make them, you know, you just be the real bigger person and the more intelligent person and just raise upon your topic for your raise upon and just give thanks to life for love and righteousness. Sorry again.
Alright, so in regards to, as I said, Demus, that the evidence is there. And when you go to court, and the evidence that you put before the judge, and that the judge has to present on. The judge can't say, oh, you know, something no, somebody out the road, they say, and what the evidence is before the judge, and that the judge rule upon, and that I'm not going to take it upon myself to speculate and second guess to say the Prime Minister is any criminality when I have no evidence. Until the evidence is prepared and presented before me, I will be sticking to that. Secondly, in regards to the law, that law that was passed by the both sides of Parliament, and by right, it was reversed because of public outcry that have happened since the beginning of time in Jamaica. When Omar Davis taxed sanitary napkins, it was public outcry that reversed that taxation on it. So I'm not saying it's a perfect government. They're not going to always get it right. But to me, and in my humble opinion, the good outweighs the bad.
I can ask you a question. Goody.
Sure.
Do you believe in that in rehabilitation? Do you believe that somebody can do something bad this week and next week the same person who did bad learns from the bad them do? Or learn from seeing somebody else do good and come out and do better? You believe in that?
Yeah.
But the question I'm gonna ask now, I'm just ask this. Why is it that the persons who are in the or political, they lean into whichever side? Why is it that I expect the persons who are leaning towards Jamaica Labour Party always their rationale for the inconsistency in the Jamaica Labour Party's governance? Them always say PNP they do it for 18 years. I wanna never say nothing. So why not say nothing now? If you actually believe, say people can actually change and people can get rehabilitated and people can and persons can have new beginnings and new understanding from something. Why is it that you always use that as a justification?
I wouldn't say it's not. But the word I use, you said JLP in performance, you say, or they use that word, remember. But
improprieties are inconsistencies are
in their performance. In my
performance in whichever thing that they are being criticized.
In my let me use me as an example because I can't speak for nobody else. They say there's a saying that a tree without roots is just a piece of wood. And Marcus Garvey tells me, say, if a people without knowledge of their past, we're in a deep trouble. So, we're going to use, for me, I use the past as an example of what my future is not supposed to be like. And
so then, and this does mean as some hypothetically speaking. So basically, I tell me, say, once somebody do something bad or wrong, or somebody's accused of something, because me personally, I've been accused of many things. And enough of the things that I've been accused of, even after I've been acquitted of them still end up stealing my reputation. And persons who are talking about giving persons a chance to be proven guilty or innocent, they have been the ones who chastise me the most. I have seen since this week the hypocrisy of certain people who have come out and speak in defense of the brazen hypocrisy of that person and those persons calling out somebody else's hypocrisy when they have basically blatantly shown their hypocrisy against me in defending the person or Andrew Ollis. When I'm saying if there is no political animus, how is it that when I am in a similar situation, or I was in a similar situation, you chose to lean entirely into the accusation instead of looking at the fact that the accusations were dismissed, and then you jump up and defend somebody against accusations who have not been thoroughly dismissed. And then we look at them something, and then we see, because this is something that me have to tell you the truth, Me have to tell you the truth. I don't know if because when PNP in power, me never did really pay attention to politics. I wasn't really paying attention to politics like that. But since I have been paying attention to politics is over the past 8 years or so, or probably not even so long, I have not seen where persons who are aligned to the Jamaica Labour Party are willing to be as objective with the Jamaica Labour Party as they are with anybody else in their day-to-day life. Why?
As me say, me speak for myself. And Triple, the same feeling that you have with being chastised and bring down because of an incident, even when you're vindicated, And the same blood run through the Prime Minister, because as we say, here we have a report, and if you read the report, Triple, at the end in the conclusion, the DPP said no criminal charges. The director of prosecution,
there's no criminality in regards to the misappropriation of public funds, but there are still querying some tax evasion, right?
No, there's nothing in the report that speaks of tax evasion. There is nothing in the report
there's nothing talk about inconsistencies.
You know who bring in the word tax evasion? Mark Golding and the PNP. And that's why I'm saying if persons read the report for themselves.
It can be about inconsistencies in the filing of his taxes.
Yes, but
which could be interpreted as alleged financial improprieties, correct?
Triple. When you have a company, taxes is not filed, and it is filed. I don't want to say the wrong thing. It is not filed on your income. It is filed on your profit. So if the organization did not make a profit, what would there be filing of taxes for? That's what I'm saying. A lot of persons don't read the report. They don't understand the financial jargons and the technicalities of accounts, and they just run with it because of our Gleaner headline. First of all, when the Gleaner headline states 28 bank account, a lot of those accounts are not in the name of the Prime Minister, for one. That is how deep they went into it to find out if he's swindling money. And most of the accounts are dormant. A lot of persons don't even know that. People, did you know that most of the accounts are dormant?
No.
Exactly. Because persons are not with headlines.
If more snake not poisonous, don't somebody
snake come with your hypothetical. No, if you're not poisonous, you can't kill you.
But somebody snake them still can't kill you. Not because most of them now have no use. Some of them really can actually be used for that. Because even the thing them because we have talked about, because me tell us that Diane Jackson Miller sitting there now watching it, and just say me hear her apology, me hear what the reason why she apologized for it wasn't for the questions that she asked, it's for how she asked the question. That's what she apologized for. She never apologized for making her statements, you know. Because everybody talk about, see, she have to go take back her word. She never take back her word. She just simply say, no, you know, she asked it. She never did have to ask it. So, and I said, because she afraid of lawsuit, make sure they say, oh, woman, I use clarity and you have to respect.
No, she apologized because she said it's a gag clause why the IC never got to the SID and TAJ. And that is absolutely false.
All right, but the other things then when she said she not apologize to them, correct?
I don't listen to Diane Jackson, I don't know what he said, but based on
I
don't watch TV coming up with all angles.
Coincidentally, you know exactly what she apologized for. But I
do not watch TV, so I don't listen to all angles based on her Twitter, because I follow her on Twitter. That is where I even saw the article that she retracted.
All right. No, we understand, man. Yeah, go on. Let me tell you something. People, the truth of the matter is, everybody.
Andrea, she sent me a lie, so invite her up, make her come tell everybody what time.
No, you can't listen to everybody, man. Let me tell you something.
Remember, Triple, if you want to have a fair discussion, she's from the other side. Invite her up and make her come tell you and the others what I'm lying about.
Come talk.
Her name Ashrak Andrea. Ada, make her come tell the people what I'm lying about.
Good night. Good night, Triplex. Been following you for years. YouTube all over. But let me tell you something.
Sorry, talk
So, you know, what I don't like you say about Jamaicans or about us, we are too dogmatic on the political sides that we choose. That it's as if it blinds us to the truth. It blinds us to improprieties. It blinds us to disparities. No, she lied to you blatantly. Why? Because you know what? He's being there's a clause under the Integrity Act, right, where you cannot release anything to anyone unless it is tabled in Parliament. So that would be Section 53, subsection 3. So therefore, they couldn't have released it to the FID. They had to release it to Parliament for it to be tabled. And then because they weren't getting any responses from him, he was being cooperative. Then because they have a MOU with FID, right, they had to pass it over to the FID and to the TAJ, the Tax Office of Jamaica, right? Now, all of this is being done because what you're seeing is bank accounts, right, with Citibank. Citibank is a US based. They only have one Citibank in Jamaica. It's in New Kingston, and they only deal with US currency. And there is $700,000 in that. Okay? Now, he's saying that there is no name on it. When they investigated, it was Imperium, his company, that it was tied to. Because I know people are taking things, they're not realizing that there has to be paper trail. There has to be paper trail. You understand? And for someone to defend illegalities against our community, against Jamaica. I mean, come on. So he has a charity that 94,000 euros for the charity, right? He withdrew more than half of that money and invested in the Beryllium. The charity that he said he had, the charity that he said he had, he invested that money for paper trail again. Okay, now there is an account where he opened in right in COVID time there with SSL, right? So it says when SSL was about to shut down, he went in and he opened an account with $0, and in 10 days, he received from SSL 143,000 US dollars. 10 days, 10 days. So that is being dealt with. Yeah, man, I talk with people. That is being such when she said that they've got nothing being dealt with. It is being dealt with. Okay.
Hold on there 1 second, miss. Hold on there 1 second there. Hold on, because you're saying a lot. Mute your mic 1 second. Let me make Goody get a chance to respond, please. To some of these allegations.
The Prime Minister and
the positive media group.
Hold on. Please, 1 second. Just give us 2 minutes.
Okay.
Please. Original.
So people are saying, oh, this press is fair. This is a political activist for the PNP. So let's make that very clear, right? But there's no fairness in our argument. And she's saying that I am lying. So you're telling me that I am lying. So in reality, Triple, Diane Jackson Miller herself, who made a tweet on Twitter saying that she misspoke when it comes to the God clause, or it's not even called a God clause, right? The non-disclosure in the IC Act is lying on herself. Okay, fair enough. Diane Jackson lies so much that she had to lie upon herself.
Hold on, she never said Diane Jackson lie upon herself,
No, but if she's saying that I am lying, basically Diane Jackson is lying on herself because Diane Jackson Miller was the one who came and apologized for saying that the reason the IC did not contact the FID and TAJ was because of the God clause, and she apologized because she said that is not what the God clause is about.
Hold on. Pause the Goody. Ashwagandha, please to clarify what are you stating that Goody was lying about, please.
What I'm saying about that she's lying about, when she's telling you that they don't have him for any investigations of all the monies that are involved would add up to a little over $500 million Jamaican dollars, right? All these monies that are involved. So I was just saying, I came on hearing her $500 million.
Billion as in B and
B as in bat, yes. Okay, B as in bat. So when she's telling you that, oh, he's not being investigated for any monies, she knows she's being disingenuous. Either she's being hold on baby girl. Either you're being disingenuous or you do not understand what is happening.
No, you are disputing and telling lies, because I did not say it's not being investigated. I said to Triple, there is nowhere in the report that the word tax evasion was used, and the Prime Minister is not being investigated for any form of tax evasion. That is what I said.
Listen, baby girl, listen. Okay. No, but I never finished and you, oh my God, this doesn't make sense.
Prime has his account with SSL as far back as 2011. So you're coming on here to lie again. And we don't understand why
Hold on. It was, and they are not talking about previous account that he had with SSL, because he did have because in the report it stated that there was an account from 2011, but the account in question that the money was transferred to was open 10 days before the money was transferred to the account. That is another account that they might talk about. You understand that that really and truly in the report too, for you know. But anyway,
and that took place in 2021 when SSL was being robbed of all the monies.
So Andre, Miss Ashra, you're telling the people on the internet, because when they be on a fake page still, you are purporting to the people that the Prime Minister went.
He can read the comments.
Hold on. I'm gonna ask you to stay mute until Goody finish our statement, please, because we don't want it to turn a tracing or a big show.
Because she echo, that's why it doesn't get feedback there.
Okay.
Now come down and come back.
No man, she have to turn on her phone.
She's purporting to the internet that the Prime Minister went into SSL and cooked people money. That is what you're saying to us, Miss Ashrag.
Ashwagandha.
Goody, my darling, I am not saying this. This is in the report of that the men of honor and integrity from Integrity Commission submitted after they had asked external persons to come and help them in their investigations, because Mr. Holness was not being cooperative, and they came in and they investigated with a fine tooth comb. They digged and they found and they went and they came back and they sorted out, because it's as if people don't realize that you're going to have paper trail for all that you do. You understand? And what we need to understand as Jamaicans, we need to get to a point where we can say to our leaders, there's a thing called the Nolan principles of public service, where there are certain things that we're supposed to live by when you're a public servant. Even a garbage man is a public servant. And it's called integrity, honor, openness, leadership, and two other, because there are 7 laws to the Nolan thing. And Jamaica is signatory to these things. So when we have our leaders, when we really have our leaders, and I tell you this much, Andrew Holness, he disappointed me. Why? He came in so strong and positive in terms of, he came in being the youngest senator ever. He came in, he made the youngest prime minister. History, the annals of history could have been written him as a better person. You understand? But it's like somebody who was not exposed to money, and then when you come now, you realize that okay, and then the thing about it, the man put all the agencies under his portfolio that pertain to all that he was doing.
Can you,
my God,
to myself, Triple, and the other persons that you said, because I think that a lot of on come with no fake page on the come on the internet and not spread the lies. Provide the factual evidence that is in the IC report that says the Prime Minister took persons' personal money from SSL. Why would you so wicked? All
right, hold on. Original. Goody. The woman, no, the woman do not say.
No, Triple, listen. She said that. She said it is in. I asked her and her response was in the report.
Goody. Let me tell you something. That's why I tell you, sometimes you have to watch how you're listening on. You see, what you interpreted from what she said is not what she said.
All right, make you tell me tell me say she is not telling people on the internet the Prime Minister take people personal money out of SLA.
All right.
So make you say that then. Before that you mean.
Ashwagandha, I'm asking her straight up. Ashwagandha, are you stating, go to mute back. Are you stating that the Prime Minister took people's money from out of SSL?
what I just stated, and as I said before, I'll reiterate, I'm stating what the Integrity Commission stated in their findings, and the findings state that Mr. Holness on September 20th, I think, 21st, he opened an account, right, with $0 at SSL, and 10 days later, SSL sent him 143,000 USD. Now these monies, so I didn't say that I'm like that, but if we also deduce it, these monies belong to investors of SSL. SSL is not a loan agency; it's an investment bank. You understand? So me saying that then will be tantamount to saying that too. If you want to go that way, it will be tantamount to saying that. And I'm not the person who said it.
Ashwagandha. Hold on, good. Or are you stating? Come right now, no, everybody just start their mind, you know. Are you stating, Zane? Are you stating that based on what you saw in the report, you are stating that it is impossible for the Prime Minister could have gotten an return on an investment of $174,000 in 2 days, in 10 days?
You didn't listen then. They didn't listen then. The account began with was open with $0. $0.
But I am saying, is there no possibility that he could have
Hold on.
Is it possible? Are you saying it is impossible for he could have gotten an interest or gotten an interest on his $0 investment of $175,000 US? Is that what you're saying?
That is impossible and illegal in any jurisdiction. That would have been a gift from Santa Claus, and Santa Claus is not in our hemisphere.
So, Goody.
Yes, give me a listen.
You hear what you say, right? I'll make sure something clear it up.
She's one of the persons who come on the internet to spread propaganda and spread lies. So it's not surprising because at the end of the day, in the report, she cannot point me to the page in the report where the Integrity Commission say there is misappropriation of taxpayers' money, and the Prime
No, but it's not taxpayers' money.
No, listen, let me finish. You have to allow me to finish. And there's nowhere in the report that it says that the Prime Minister getting money from SSL is investors' money and it was done illegally.
Because them not finished. First of all, what
only finished reports are sent to the Parliament.
All right, I can say something. Hold on. Finish report. Hold on. Mom, the report is finished as in. All right, here we go. I try my best. I never use no more analogy. The report states that the money come from Deso, go in a theme account. The investigator, them never investigate. When I say SSL still under investigation of them, it's not done yet, you know. So it's not like them can disclose where part in a SSL the money come from to go in a Anjo part. So there's no criminal, you can't find no criminal way about it. So that is not a criminal thing yet. Or if it is going to even be possible.